Hi guys. So I was live today on YouTube and one user asked a question. She said her visa got denied 2 weeks ago and she's planning to apply next month, which is September. Is there anything I can tell her? Is there any advice I would like to share with her? And then unfortunately I could not write to her privately on YouTube and I was already ending the live. But here is what you have to know if your US visa got denied. Disclaimer, I've never worked in the US immigration. I've never been to America. I've never had a US visa. All the information I'm going to tell you here is based on research. And I have been opportune, to share some platforms with US visa officers. Like I've been on websites where they talk about visas and people, applicants, and their visa issues. So this is where I got the information I'm about to share with you. The first one, they said the US consular officers, like the visa officers, they said if your visa got rejected and you want to apply again immediately, you will get the second rejection faster than the first rejection. Why? Because you didn't take enough time to correct the errors or the reasons why you were rejected, denied the first time is probably going to be the same with the second application. One of the two applications are going to be false, and they will mark your application as fraudulent. Like they will mark you in the US immigration for blah 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 as fraudulent, and you will be banned. Yes, this is what they said. I'm talking about a US visa or consular officer. Yes, one of the applications will be like they'll know that one of them is not correct and they will ban you. They will mark it as fraudulent and they will ban you. Now, here is what you have to do if your visa to the US got denied. Number one, if it's in a situation where you have denial from F1 visa, that's the student visa, maybe because of financial conditions, what you can do is you can get a cheaper school or a scholarship in the US. Yeah, if they said your visa will not be issued or your visa got denied because of financial conditions, they don't think you can afford the tuition, blah 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 in the US, you can get a scholarship and it's going to take time to get a scholarship. It's not going to be immediately. Or get a cheaper school, and you are not going to get a cheaper school immediately. That's the only one of the situations where you can overturn a US F1 visa rejection to getting an approval. The second one is you could not explain how studying in the US is going to benefit your home country. Now, if you didn't know, the purpose of F1 visa, the American student visa, is for immigrants to study and go back to their country and help their country. It's not for you to study and remain in the US. No. That's why you don't have to, tell the visa officer that you intend to remain in the US forever. Your visa will automatically be rejected or application will be rejected. So, if your visa was denied because you failed to convince the officer that this studying in the US is going to help you improve your country. After your studies, you go back to your country and improve in this sector, maybe the IT sector, maybe this sector. Forget it. What you can do is you can prepare. You can prepare how to explain to them on your second application, how to explain to them how it's going to help you, stuff like that. That one can get you an approval after a rejection. Yeah. Also, if your visa to the US got denied because you got an online education. F1 visa does not apply to online studies. So if your school or whatever your admission is in online or remote studies, sorry, they will deny your visa. And what you can do is get admission in a real university or college, a real institution, like a real school. You can overturn that one. They said that your visa was rejected because you presented admission from an online studies. Now you have to go back, get admission in a real university where you can go like normally. That decision can be overturned. But if your visa to the US got denied because you previously overstayed your US visa, you cannot change it. No matter how many times you apply, they are going to deny you and they will ban you. If you overstayed your visa to the US and you want to apply again, you cannot change it. You will never have a visa to the US. Yeah. The second thing is you had a previous vacation in a terrorist camp. Like there's a camp, you went for vacation where in a place where it's has terrorist activities going on, and that one you cannot overturn. Like they denied your visa because you were vacationing in a terrorist place or a terrorist country or a terrorist camp. The third one is majority of your family lives in the US illegally. They live in America illegally, and then you want to get a visa and it was denied. Now you are trying to apply for the second time. You are still going to be denied the visa and you'll be banned. Sometimes they can also deny you a US visa based on the fact that you have no ties to your home country. You have no ties to your home country that shows that you're going to come back. If your visa was denied because you have no ties to your home country, what you can do is you can get married in your country, have children, and this time you have ties back home. You can buy property, you can buy a house, and you can get a good job back home to show that you have a job, you have a wife, you have children that you have to come back to. That one can be overturned. Another reason is you can be denied a US visa and based on something, and then you win the lottery, the diversity visa lottery, you can get your application approved. Yeah. If you win the diversity visa lottery, it gives you you're supposed to have green card or blah blah blah. That one you can overturn a denial decision if you win the lottery. So if your visa to America or the US got denied, be very careful the way you're applying, because you keep wasting your money to pay for visa fee, blah blah blah. And one funny thing about the US embassy is that they will ban you, but they won't tell you. That's what I read online. I have this platform with like where you see intellectuals talking, asking questions. When they deny your visa, the ambassadors or visa officers or consular officers, they don't tell you are banned. They just ban you and you have no idea. And also, getting a visa does not mean you are eligible to enter the US. At the port of entry, of course, in any country, they will ask you questions, they'll ask you reasons for coming, blah blah. If you cannot meet up with these questions, you'll be deported straight. Yeah, so getting a visa does not mean it does not guarantee entry to that country. You have to prepare yourself because immigration will ask you questions and stuff you need to answer. Yeah.